We are so honored, the Spring Valley High School community, to be able to host this event. Before we get started, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to our school's cross-country team. Let's give them a hand. They're the ones that did the car wash to raise the money to purchase the Honor and Remember flags. So proud of you. If you follow our school on Twitter, oftentimes you'll see hashtag proud principal. Well, this is definitely a hashtag proud principal moment for me as your principal. So cross-country and your coaches, thank you very, very much for being the spearhead for this endeavor. How many of you have a family member that's in the military or has served in the military? A lot of hands, a lot of hands. This event today, and I'll introduce George here in a minute, but we are recognizing those families who have a family member who's given the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. You hear freedom is not always free. It absolutely isn't. Thousands and thousands of Americans have died for our freedom that we enjoy every day. So with no further ado, please welcome Mr. George Lutz. Oh, first, Gene Reese. Coach Reese, why don't you come up first?
I just wanted to say a few words about the team and how hard they've worked to share the message of the Honored and Remembered program, and I'm very proud of each and every one of them. I'd also like to say thank you to the Rasmussen family who donate their services to help our car wash be as successful every year that it is. So on that note, I'd like to introduce Mr. Lutz, the founder of Honor and Remember.
Oh, what a great turnout. Everything I was going to say was already said, so I think we're dismissed. This has been such an honor, beyond words, to be able to address you guys again now for the 4th year. And some of you, now that we've been doing this, some have graduated and gone on, and new students have come in. I mean, we've had a turnover several times over the last number of years, and the cross-country team has taken on this amazing mission to raise the funds to honor families individually by name. How special is that? So great kudos to you guys for doing that and being a part of it. I don't know how many were here when this started. Like one person was here. So you've kind of been educated and learned and through this process, for a little bit of time, and thank you. What you may not know was my son was killed in 2005 in Iraq, and he was a cross-country runner. I mean, he ran all of his years in high school, and then he went to college. He was captain of the cross-country team in college, and he would run 5Ks every weekend his entire growing up years. Ever since he was 11 years old, he would run 5Ks. Dad, we got this, the Santa Claus jingle or the Halloween hop or whatever it would be. And every weekend I would take him and we would run. He would run. I would take pictures and kind of follow him because, I'm not the runner. But it was a part of his makeup. Cross country was a part of the makeup. And when the coach contacted us and said, hey, we want to do something through our cross country team, she had no idea the background. And so this is the only high school assembly in the country that I know of that takes the time to make an effort to honor these families. So you guys should be really proud of yourselves. It's a tradition in this school that, bar none, doesn't exist. So thank you for that. But what is it about, we all enjoy the freedoms that we have, but most of us don't realize that freedom comes at a cost. It's not just something that's given to us because we take advantage of it, right? You guys don't worry about it. You go home, you got your family, you're able to get in your cars and shop at the mall and do whatever it is that you want to do, but you don't think about why you're able to do that. And the reason you're able to do that is because somebody decided that it was important enough for them to become a part of our armed forces to keep this nation free. And because someone else is willing to do that, and thank you for the showing of hands, right? So there was a showing of hands of how many had family members in the military. How many in here are actually going into the military themselves? Thank you. Because these men and women are willing to put their lives on the line, the rest of you don't have to. So what's the very least that we can do to show the men and women, not just those who are out there in active duty, but the families that are still with us and gave us their loved ones? The least we can do is say thank you, is be appreciative, is to be able to say, hey, we remember, and it's important to us. And that's why I'm not going to hold up the Honor Remember flag. You probably have seen it. It's got very specific symbolism. So you will see the flag as we make presentations. But I want you to look at that flag very specifically as it's held up and presented. Because every element of that flag has a very, very specific meaning. The colors on the flag, the folded flag, the eternal flames, the blue star, the gold star, all very important symbolism. And it says one thing publicly. It says thank you. So not only do we have this flag flying across this nation as a general statement of appreciation, but we're able to present it to families in a public setting that allows all of us to make that specific statement of thanks. Last year, I don't know if you remember, some of you weren't here, many of you weren't here. How many were not here last year? Okay, wow, pretty good proportionate group there. Well, last year when I was on this stage, we were on the verge of running across America. We had put a event together that we called America's Run for the Fallen. And we had identified the names of over 20,000 service members who had given their lives in the last 18 years. 20. It's horrible, horrible pain to be in the position of having lost a loved one, especially a son or a daughter. It's a horrible pain, but it's a pain you never want to lose. We built a trail across America, starting in California, beginning April 7th and ending August 5th.
This hero marker
is dedicated to all military service members
who lost their lives July 1st, 2012, day 88, Hero Mile 4000.
The most comprehensive fallen veteran tribute in the history of our country.
If they were justified in joining, then I'm justified in recognizing their death.
Your mothers, you have to have strength.
They gave their life for a bigger, better cause, bigger than themselves.
Memories are really starting to come back now.
And remember.
I love it. You don't really know happiness until you experience sadness.
Well, I think that's the most important thing in America is that we're a complete mix of people that will die for each other's right to believe what we do.
The idea that somebody is bringing your loved one back to life for a moment for you is a very painful moment. But it's a moment that many of them wouldn't give up for anything. Remembering our fallen heroes has been relegated to a very short time period in our society. And most of the time it's just Memorial Day. And Memorial Day has become, in most of the country, just an extra day off. The first day of summer for many, but not a day to remember our fallen. And when those of us do remember those who gave their lives, we very rarely, if ever, remember that they had a family. Because you couldn't tell, even if it's in your own community, unless you knew someone personally, you wouldn't know if somebody had a mom and dad remembrance. A symbol recognizing every fallen service member, from the history of our country, from the beginning of the revolution to the present and beyond. A way for all of us. How many of you have flagpoles at your homes? A few of you do. A way to send a message to families and say, I may not know you, but I will never forget your sacrifice. That's why this flag exists. But on a very special and benevolent note, we are able to make that statement personally to the families, each and every one across America. And you guys have the privilege of being able to participate and help us do that today with two very special families. And so do we have some photos? So we're going to honor this morning, first, Tech Sergeant Michael Perry. And I would like for his son, Tommy, to come forward. Okay, so you guys will stand out here so everyone can see. Just two of you. Tommy. We have someone who's going to read a certificate. You want to do that? We have a certificate in honor of Tommy's dad, and we're going to read that as we present this flag to him.
This honor and remember flag is presented with eternal gratitude and respect in memory of Technical Sergeant Michael A. Perry. With this flag, we honor this patriot's unwavering dedication and remember their selfless sacrifice. By displaying this symbol collectively as a nation, we humbly recognize the enormity of your loss and respectfully say thank you.
Thank you for your dad, for his sacrifice, for allowing us to honor him publicly with the Grizzlies. Ms. Saenz, would you introduce who's up here?
This is my mother, Carlos's mom. I'm his sister, Elva, his sister, Maria, and his sister, Frances.
Thank you for allowing us, Mother.
This honor and remember flag is presented with eternal gratitude and respect in memory of First Sergeant Carlos N. Saenz. With this flag, we honor this patriot's unwavering dedication and remember their selfless sacrifice. By displaying this symbol collectively as a nation, we humbly recognize the enormity of your loss and respectfully say thank you.
That's right. I'm sorry. Come back. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm just trying to.
Can you guys open that up? Where? Gene?
Lou is giving the second flag.
We have a second flag also to present to them. I can read the certificate, but I'll show you the flag. And then if you guys would, why don't you show it to them, turn so that they can see the flag, please. Here you go. And then go ahead and fold it. And if you want to give her the certificate. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You want to conclude us? Thanks, guys, for being a part of that.
Thank you, Mr. Lutz. I want a nice hand for George. George, thank you for the sacrifice your family has made as well for our country. Students, I can't even begin to tell you how proud of you I am. You really, really make me proud. My in-laws are here like, you're a big crybaby. But no, I mean, seriously, how many high schools could have 400 teenagers sit here silently and respectfully and thankfully for our honored families and our honored guests. So on behalf of just not me, all the teachers in the room, admin, guys, you simply are the best of the best. And those of you who raised your hand that you're planning on joining the military, thank you.